Hello, Iron Bill back again with another video finally, and once again I would like to tell you the video is sponsored by Diet Coke. Diet Coke, the taste of an older generation. Today's offering is the Empty Tank Lost Sector. These Lost Sectors have been added in the last season or so. And this is a really pretty straightforward one, although, you know, there are some caveats to that I would warn you about. First of all, though this says that it has a lot of solar damage, whatever, not so much. You want to set up for arc on this one, so I would strongly recommend that you set up your chest piece with sniper resistance and arc resistance, and those two things alone will take you a long way in getting through this. You're going to face some champions right from the jump, and if you're not ready for that, they will surprise you. My loadout that I went with, the first time I did this, I went with a little bit different loadout, but I went with Night Watch. Mine has explosive rounds, overflow, or explosive payload, overload, and major spec. But I paired that with a Posterity, which is arc, because the shields that you'll have to bust will be arc. It has reconstruction and redirection and a major spec. Now the nice thing about that is when I stow that away, it'll eventually build up rounds to 38. And the way my Night Watch works with overflow, if I pick up a heavy brick or anything like that, it'll also go up to 38. So this is a dual primary setup. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but with the mods, the way they work this season, with the champions, which I'm set up for anti-barrier scout and overload hand cannon, it pretty much pushes you into it. I don't know what else you would do, you know, if you want to use the mods. So finally I finished with the falling guillotine with the whirlwind and tireless blade and jagged edge and all that. So Swordmaster's Guard. It's actually a pretty good setup. Running transversive steps, and you'll see all of this stuff as we move along. My resilience is at 100 right now. I probably could knock that down, pick up my recovery a bit, which is only at 67, but I went ahead and went with it. You know, my intellect was kind of highish, so I liked what I was seeing. Let's go ahead and play this and see what we get. Gonna jump right in here. This is basically comprised of two big rooms with an interconnecting hallway, and yeah, the hardest part really is that first room because of the servitor, and there are a few ways to take it down, but let's start with our captain here right at the beginning, our champion I should say. Pop him real quick. I found the hand cannon was much better to use on that than I was using an Iceflare SMG, which is arc and it's pretty solid, but you know, I've got good range with what I've got going on here, and there are so many snipers here. You really want to do away with them as quickly as possible. So you see my strat here was to get this guy down and work the room from right to left, because these guys will be all over the place. Now you see my sniper down here, but you also want to take care of any adds that make themselves available from right to left as quickly as possible, because if they get over with the servitor, then it's going to be a long day, because then everything is shielded. And looking pretty good. I've got a feeling that I've got a sniper up high there. He's not there yet. There we go. We got a low guy. We can take him out real quick. We've got some low guys here we can take out real quick. And I'm trying not to use my abilities yet, because you need to save those for what comes next. There we go. That guy just dares you to take your aim off of him. Alright, so I'm getting the ads down in pretty good shape. And I had been going down a little closer to try to draw that servitor out, but I found the best way to do it was kind of what I'm doing right now, to play off a little bit and take care of these snipers. If you get the snipers down, then you can get in there a little tighter, and it's not such a risk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there in a second with my grenade and try to catch everything right there in the center. And if I can do that, then I can sword. But this all hinges upon, of course, taking down any extra enemies that happen to be in the area first that aren't affected by the servitor. So here we go. Now's the time. And you'll see this works like a charm. And that's why I'm saving the abilities. You don't really want to spam them, because you're going to need them for what you're going to try to do. Posterity might have been the better choice there. Alright, so I see the heavy brick there. I'm wanting to take down any of these mines, that spider mines. Alright, I didn't get that one just yet, but you see I've got, oh, it was 35 rounds. Alright, I'm going to use the Posterity for this guy. And it is perfect. It has great range. I've got a ton of ammo in the magazine. I need to recover for just a second. And he'll shield up again, but that'll actually work for me because I'll stun him whenever I pop it. Yeah, there we go. And now I can melee finish, or finisher finish. Anyway, this time around, I think I had been using the midnight, or I'm nameless. Oh, what do we have here? Night Watch. I've been using that for this phase, and I wanted to see if I could use the Posterity instead, because the Posterity will recharge its ammo and leave me that big clip. And unless I drop a heavy brick here, I'm going to walk out of here with only like 18 or 19 in the magazine. And so, much better if I go ahead and use this and preserve all the ammo I can for the Night Watch. Melee here to freeze. By the way, the new mods this season are pretty killer in PvE. Very killer. Alright, so I'm in real good shape here. And then I saw a champion spawn behind me, and I decided, I think it was this one, or I decided to go behind me. No, maybe it was the next one. Goofed it up, I'll just say that. I thought, I'll go back in there. Yep, it was this one. Watch what happens. You know what? There may be another champion back there that I'm missing, and I think that is probably part of the problem I've been having. I didn't realize that until just this very moment. But I hadn't been getting any legs to drop. So I realized, well, I'm going to have to go back here and just deal. Yeah, I don't know where that champion appeared. Huh, I'm going to have to search for him before I come out and kill those things. Alright, now normally I wouldn't want to start up here, but this didn't turn out too bad. So long as I don't let these exploders get too close. And you've got enough cover here that you can actually evade most of the snipers. But those explosive shanks are pretty quick. But there aren't that many of them. I think there are 4. Alright, so my strat here had been to take down the ads, then stun the champion there, pop a grenade on him like I did the first one, take him down with the sword. He's stunned, grenade, and this is pretty straightforward. Now this next part is where you hope you find a heavy brick, because if I had 38, in the magazine here, this would be much easier, but this will work out in the end. If they group up, since this is explosive, it will pop them, in a group. And I've got to kill that guy before the champion down there kind of seals me up. Now, my strategy at this point is to pull out the Posterity, try to get him to shield up, and then have my ammo for my scout to pop the shield. I have to back up a little bit. He's going to shield up in just a second. I know he is. There it is. Alright, now I'm going to melee to freeze him, at least to slow him down, and that's enough. It's not the grenade, but I won't need it. Alright, now, this is what I saved the super for. Now, the big thing is to keep the servitor busy. If the champion or the boss happens to get in a place where I can get at him, that's all the better. But he's slick, I'm not going to lie. And if he gets even a sidestep away, you're going to die. Because there are so many things that spawn so quickly at that point that it's just difficult to get away. Which is alright, because, I've got plenty of deaths. I have 7 revives at this point. He's not going anywhere. I've got to watch for any exploders or snipers or any of these guys that are going to try to creep up on me, and they will. That's where that arc resist probably saved me right there, because otherwise he would have popped me down. Alright, so now I've got a shank, and the champion is right there in the center, I think. Yep. So the trick is to get to him with the sword. And if I die again, I die again. But I don't. That's it. All there is to it. So, this is a straightforward Lost Sector. Not that much to it at all. I do have to go back, though, and see if there was a champion behind me. I got exotic engrams. They're all helmets. I'm really after the boots. And I think probably my mistake is that a champion appears and I didn't catch that and it was behind. Because there were no champions in the room until I actually killed some ads. That is the final room. So, I think I figured out what's going on. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. It's a short video, but there's not much to it. Easy Lost Sector, easy farm for exotics, and really just some basic weaponry here that's you know, readily available to everyone. Posterity, yeah, you know, that's a raid weapon. That might be a little tougher for some, but that raid, Deep Stone Crypt, is an easy raid, and that's a fairly common drop. So if you haven't gotten a fire team together yet to do it, do it. All right, with that said, this is Iron Bill, thanking you for watching and signing out.